Yes, folks, and here we have a new show. This is coming across to everyone in the industry, and that is the construction industry. Myself, Joe, and Shae, we're going to share some knowledge, wisdom, and experience with yourselves over the next couple of weeks. So today is the first one. We are as nervous as hell, aren't we, Shae?
Yes. Always nervous.
But
Video.
we're experts. We're experts in
We
what we're
are.
doing.
We
So
are.
look,
And we have Paul McCartney over our shoulder watching over
that's
us.
it. And
So
I have
we have
my
that.
dog and a ukulele in the back of mine as well.
Okay.
So
All right.
if
You
we
win.
could we can play, we can play. Shae, look, we're doing this series to really sort of help business owners within the construction industry to understand business, for them to understand the benefits of what they're doing, how to grow the business, and then eventually exit out of there and live the life and the dreams that they want to. So today, I'm going to ask you the question, business growth, EBITDA, which is on your t-shirt, when most people roll their eyes and go, what the hell is that? So where do you want to start?
Well, let's say you had me at EBITDA. If I could, I would put an X through EBITDA and say cash, right?
Cash. Yeah.
So I'd say
Yeah.
cash. And I think, you and I know, I mean, cash is king. Cash provides opportunity to grow your business, opportunity to invest in things, makes you feel comfortable,
Solves all
keeps your debt
problems.
provisions low, right?
Yeah, cash solves all problems. I learned that years ago. If you haven't got an issue and you have cash, it'll solve the problem. I put a hole in it. I put a block in it for a while anyway.
Yes,
But
yes.
EBITDA, when people are talking about EBITDA, they kind of, what is it? Look, it's earnings. It's your earnings, it's your taxes, it's your depreciation, it's your, looking at your costs, which are intangibles. But and these are accounting languages, and that word was created in the 1980s by investment bankers to trying to see match up about different industries. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, for an organization that wants to grow, they look at the cash. And how do they look at cash? They look at what's coming in, what's going out, what are my costs, what are our client base like, what is the potential of us for KPIs and growing business? And how can we even make more sales to develop it? And that's sales and marketing as well. Would you agree?
Yeah. And investments, right? With so much
Investments.
technology, I hear all the time, my CRM doesn't work. I need to buy this. There's so much software, AI now generated things. I think people are struggling. A lot of business owners are struggling with, should I buy this? You buy software, people are running it at about 10% capacity. So whether
Yeah.
it's your CRM, it's your accounting system, ADP, your account, just simple things. People are only running it. So that software isn't even being maximized. So I think that question of spending money to bring in tools to generate revenue is a difficult one.
That's a great one because, one of the things a company should always do is spend wisely.
Yes.
If they run out and start buying the latest gadget because they've been told this is what it is, and then they buy it. And then the problem is nobody knows how to use it. And then it's been, as you say, it's only being used for a certain amount. And then they're not getting the value out of it. And then it's a cost, and then it's dormant. And then they're going, should we have gone with it in the first place? And I think that any organization who's investing in IP or new software, the first thing they have to do is, why do we need it? What are the parameters that we need to be ticking for this system to work? Who's going to project manage it? Who's going to be using it? And what are we expecting the staff to use out of this so we get full potential out of it? And I don't think a lot of companies actually do that when they're running and jumping on new software.
No, and the dashboards look fancy. And the data seems so amazing. And these charts, they're like, oh, I love that pie chart. I love charts. My team knows I love data. But ultimately, what's the story this data is telling you? So what value is this data bringing us? What is actionable real time? I always say to my team, talk to me if it's driving revenue. Is it saving us money? So this is I got a great idea. It's saving us a cost. It's a great cost efficiency. I can see it immediately. Like there's a near-term sight on it, near-term sight on revenue, or, is it bringing something that is an efficiency that's intangible that you can describe to me in, 3 sentences? Because if not, then why do I even need it? Why are you even talking to me about this? Come back with a better story. Come back with something that the data is supporting your story. Because right now you have a story, and I don't want to really story. I want to know why it's going to make change. Why it's going to make a change.
Here's something, right? You love data. I love
I do love
sales.
data.
And I love sales. So we're a great
So which one's the
combination
bigger
here.
nerd, you or me?
I always look at the psychology and the science and the language and the communication because, in every organization, everything is about communication. It's communication to all the stakeholders. It's a communication that's going inside the building and going on outside the building as well. But that communication is also data.
I think a soft data point is impressions. Marketers love to talk about impressions. I love to talk about impressions if someone wants to listen on the other side about impressions. But at the end of the day, impression is not a sale.
No,
it's not a sale.
no.
Someone saw the logo. People are targeting me. I'm on the internet. I see these things on the side of my Google search, and they're things they're targeting me. I don't click on those, but I did indeed see them. So does this car manufacturer, did I buy that truck because that was on my vision? It's there because I'm in the construction industry. So now everybody thinks I want a Ford F-150. I saw that ad. It made an impression, but is it actually going to come to mind when I want to buy my next vehicle? What is that value of that impression to the sale for Ford? I think it's it is a data point, and it's one that a lot of people tout. But I can't speak to any of my clients and say this impression is going to convert a sale to you this time frame. And no matter what research I do, I can't find any data that gives me any type of optics into conversion of an impression to a sale.
That's quite interesting you say that in using the motor industry because people don't understand, in a way, the amount of money that is spent to get that man in the door to the Ford dealership. So people look at the manufacturer is spending billions to get you aware of that Ford F-150 truck. That's the manufacturer. Then the next layer is the dealership is spending a fortune to get that person into the Ford dealership. Then you have the used car lot down the road who has a second-hand one is advertising the F-150. So all these advertisements are clicking around.
Auctioneers,
Auctioneers and everything are billions to get that person in. So, if someone is spending something on advertising, they have to know spend it in the right place. It's not run an ad for 10 euros on Facebook and then after we go, we haven't got anyone in, whatever it is. It's finding your niche and it's finding where the people that you do hang out and then advertise to them. But how do you know what the people say? So with our clients, when we're getting to build them up to get their business, this is what we say to them. You've been working, trending, there's a drop off, sales are down. I says, have you spoke to your customers? Have you spoke to your clients? Have you asked them why they bought off you? What advertisement did they hook on to buy from you? What do you like about our business? What do you not like about our business? What could we change about our business? What could we do better for you to be a customer? And if they speak to their customers, their clients about, certain questions that we help them map out, they get all that information and then they just reverse engineer that information back into their sales, back into their marketing, back in. So when people then are looking to deal that that auctioneer or someone in the construction industry, when they're looking, they go, hey, this guy's speaking my language. He knows exactly what I'm saying. Now, I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, the best source of information is that someone that's a current user, right? It's somebody that's currently doing. We do a lot of intent tracking. So we'll look at if somebody is looking to, a company may be intentionally looking to buy with one of our customers. So we'll do intent tracking. And so we know that someone's coming on. It looks like they're doing early research. It looks like they have an intention to make a purchase. So there are certain behavior patterns, and we do a lot of intent tracking. But we find that when we talk to our clients, they don't know what to do with that information. You know, where is this? I can say this company looks to be at this stage of intent. And then it's like, great, let me, you know, then it's, I'll have a sales rep call them, which is exactly what that company doesn't want. That's why they're blindly, they're anonymously searching, because they're trying to learn. And, you know, nobody, for me, when I'm buying something, I'm trying to learn first. Because when I am getting ready to buy, I want to talk to that salesperson with some level of information, so that I can have, you know, I can engage and really ask the questions that are going to matter, so I can be efficient with my purchase patterns. What I don't like to do is go and learn from a salesperson. No
Yeah.
offense, Joe. I don't want to
Yeah,
learn
no,
from
but
a
I
salesperson.
totally get it. It's like I was looking to get solar panels put on the roof. So I bought a book on solar panels and read up all about it. So when I'm having the conversation, I know what the guy's talking about. But here's the beautiful point about your business. You're the safeguard for companies, because a company then who wants to find all this information, you're his ally because you know what it's about. So they're going to you for you to figure out what it is, for you to know what's going on, so they don't have to. Because
Yes.
you know, you're the one that goes, hey, we know if someone is BSing, we know this because we walk the walk and talk the talk. So we're here. We're like on your board of directors. We're here to support you. We're here because we got your back. I think that's what you do, Shae.
It is. And, you know, salespeople, we're here to help the salespeople and support them. Like, here's a real hot lead. Don't waste your
Mm.
time here. You know, I'll talk to salespeople like, well, this is who I'm chasing. You shouldn't be, because they haven't even been to your site and they're not reading. They're showing zero interest in you.
Yeah.
So if you want to date that girl, you probably want to date the girl that at least looked your way and gave you a smile, instead of the one that turned her chair and it's like, hey, you know, you're not really present.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
sometimes you just, you know, salespeople, I think they're under a lot of pressure, and, you know, executive teams want numbers, they want results, they want to know how many calls you made, they want to know these things. And every situation is different. Like you said, communication. You don't
yeah,
talk to every person the same. Every person isn't on the same, you know, education and knowledge pathway. And so I think that we put, you know, right now, because we have so much data, I do think senior teams, and I'm probably guilty of it, are looking for answers, because this seems to make sense, because that's what the data story tells. And we forget the human element, that someone is on the other side. This decision of purchasing this big piece of equipment, it could make their career or break their career. I've had it happen. I in a hospital setting, I bought a big piece of equipment. I had buy-in from all the doctors, from all the executive teams. We put that piece of equipment in, and we had like maybe 5 patients went through it in 6 months. Like, what the hell? You know, we build it out, all of this. And, you know, the questions came. I had support of everybody, but they came to me. We bought the equipment, no one's using it. Went back to the people who said they would use it. You know, they were doctors. They're like, well, you know, I would use it based on certain circumstances. I changed my mind. Nothing left except for a big piece of equipment and a termination notice. And again, a failure to not look at more data, establishing routine. How will the referrals be? One of my mistakes in, you know, a learning curve of understand and talk to more people, and don't just take, you know, a small group of people at face value.
yeah. It's, you know, it's when you're looking at software in some of our companies, it's, you know, do a beta test. You know, don't run out into the world and say I've got this great thing, and then everyone buys it, and then you don't have the support or the backup, or it flops. But it's, you know, I, you know, it's one thing. I'm going to leave it here. I know we've run out of time, and I'm just going to say this: people buy from people, and the data will tell you the story.
Yep. And I'm going to leave you with not EBITDA cash.
That's it.
Thanks, Joe.
And that's it, folks. That's for another episode, or a first episode today. And if you want to reach out to myself, Joe, or Shae, you'll find something in the data points. I was going to say, you'll find it in the description as well. So until next week, have a great week. Keep selling.
Thank you. Bye.